Prevention of snake bites is an integrated part of reducing the burden of snake bite in the tropical countries. This presentation elaborates the importance of prevention of snake bites, strategies to prevent them, and problems that are encountered during the prevention of snake bite, with a special reference to the situation in Sri Lanka. Why prevention of snake bites is important? Snake bite is an accidental injury which results in a fatal outcomes. Accident could always be minimized, and prevention is invariably better than the cure. Even though the prevention of snake bites is of great importance, is it possible to prevent the snake bites? The answer is yes. But prevention of snake bite is a challenge in some regions of the world, especially in the countries like Sri Lanka, where there is an agricultural based economy and the people are in frequent contact with the snake fauna. It is entirely depends on the knowledge on the prevention strategies, attitude, and dedication of the people who are at risk of encountering snake bites. Therefore, education of the at-risk population plays a key role in prevention of snake bites. Snake bite is an accidental injury we can expect anywhere, anytime during our life. It could happen at home, the paddy field, or any other plantation as tea, rubber, or coconut. Anybody walking by the roadside could be a victim of a snake bite. Fishermen, swimmers at the coastal water are at an increased risk of sea snake bite. Moreover, the snake handlers engaged in various activities have an increased tendency to get bitten by snakes. Let's discuss how the snake bite can be prevented in these circumstances. Home is a common site for Sri Lankan snake bites. Venomous and non-venomous snakes are attracted to frogs, mouse, geckos, and lizards inside the home. If the cleanliness is maintained both interiorly and exteriorly at home, the risk of snake bite will be minimized. The harvest of the cultivation should be stored outside the house to restrict the breeding of rats and mice. Sleeping on the floor increases the vulnerability to snake bite, especially the crate bites. Therefore, using a bed protected with the mosquito net to sleep is encouraged. Wetted dub clay houses and dead leaves for roofing attract venomous and non-venomous snakes. Therefore, using substitute material for building houses is recommended. Also, when building the houses, tight fitting doors should be fixed to prevent the snakes from entering in. A clear compound at least 20 feet around the house should be maintained. Ant holes in the surrounding are sometimes provide accommodation for snakes. Therefore, cleaning them is important. At the same time, careful handling of coconut husk, bricks, and wood in the surrounding using a stick or any other equipment is important to avoid snake bites. Paddy fields cover a vast area in South and Southeast Asian countries including Sri Lanka. Snakes are attracted to rats and mice in the paddy field, which breed in abundance during the harvesting time of the year. Many snake bites are reported at this time of the year, especially in farmers who worked barefoot. Therefore, using gumboots at all possible times in the paddy field is important to avoid contact with snakes. Using machinery for farming at the paddy fields has greatly reduced the risk of snake bites in farmers. It is a newly developing trend in northeastern and eastern province of Sri Lanka. Some farmers also use sticks to handle crops and hay at a distance. It has been observed that maintaining a clear area of land around the harvest storage reduces the migration of snake into it. In addition, farmers and village dwellers are advised to refrain from walking in the paddy field during the night. Tea, rubber and coconut or other plantations have abundant shelters, food and habitats for snakes. Therefore, workers at the plantation should always be vigilant for accidental snake bite. Wearing gumboots during all activities of the plantation is promoted among the workers to prevent contact with snakes. And they are advised to wear gloves when working close to the ground, especially at rubber plantations. Roadside is another unavoidable location where the snake bites are common. They are reported especially in association with incompletely tarred road and pathways and dried across forest, paddy fields, and those are close to the tanks and reservoirs. Wearing appropriate footwear, including gumboots, is very important to minimize the contact with snakes at the roadside. It is advisable to avoid the edge of the road where the snakes are usually found when walking in these occasions. Carrying a bright light in the dark when using these unprotected roads will enable to see the snakes as well as to repel them. Although not very common, sea snake bites are reported in association with coastal waters and beaches in Sri Lanka. Sea snakes get trapped in the fishing nets. When fishermen come across these snakes while removing the fish caught in the nets, they try to remove the snake from their nets as they appear dead. The sea snakes are provoked to bite the fishermen. Therefore, it is recommended not to handle any snake trapped in the net without precaution. Meanwhile, people are advised not to explore into cracks in the rocks, coral reefs, and rock pools, which are usually the habitats for sea snakes. As mentioned earlier, the number of snake handlers has increased over the past few years. These snake handlers are at very high risk of encountering accidental snake bites. Therefore, handling snakes is strictly discouraged among laymen at any circumstance. Even the snake which appeared dead should never be disturbed. Why it is difficult to prevent snake bite in Sri Lanka? In most of the developing countries like Sri Lanka, where there is an agricultural based economy, venomous snake bite is an occupational health problem. Venomous snakes abundantly occupy the agricultural fields, especially in the paddy fields in dry zones of the country. As the farmers engage in frequent daily activities, it is difficult to prevent human contact with snakes in these fields. In addition, farmers are reluctant to use boots or any other kind of protective gear during the cultivation due to the cultural beliefs and the myths. Similarly, people are reluctant to use the safety footwear or to carry bright light during the night when walking along the roadside that are at risk. Snake handlers and displayers distributed throughout Sri Lanka are at a higher risk of accidental snake bites. Since such activities are promoted in the country, it is very difficult to minimize the accidental snake bites. In summary, snake bite is a preventable injury. Knowledge, attitude, and dedication are important for the prevention of snake bite. Some simple measures help in preventing snake bite and saving the lives of in this life-threatening medical emergency. This is the end of the presentation. Thank you.